Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside of Destiny, the Taken King. I'm Nick with Degenerate Gaming. We'll be continuing our Let's Play here, episode 4, where we do Cayde's stash mission. Um, right out of the gate, I want to apologize about the audio, or the game audio anyway. Don't exactly know what happened, but I hope to fix it here in the future, so you have to bear with me. We'll kind of have to just go mute here. um, I did have some bounties to turn in to kind of help us level up our Sunbreaker class. It looks like we had, um, the grenade, jump, melee abilities, and all that, and the super unlocked. So we did get some more stuff unlocked, which is nice. We start off about the same where we did with our striker, or where we left off with. Excuse me. We're gonna head to Earth here. Again, mission Cayde Stash, somewhere in the Cosmodrome. I'll kind of have to walk you through this, um, as from what I remember from playing it. Um, Basically, right now, Cayde 6 is giving us a rundown of what we need to do, um, finding an old stash of his that has a cloaking device for a ship, or a stealth drive, as I believe he called it. So we're gonna have to go, fight our way, um, to wherever his stash is, which he really doesn't say at the beginning, I believe. So we'll just keep moving from here. They start you, let's see, in an area called the Blast, which is you know not so recognized. Devil's Lair, we do know where that is. It's the Sepix Prime strike. Um, we'll switch to our shotguns. And as you can see, there's Taken on Earth, fighting Fallen. I mean, they're in pretty heated battle. I mean, obviously, if you wipe out two of them fighting, they're gonna obviously focus on you. Um, it's kind of a different mechanic though for Destiny, because typically, um, enemies, and they're I mean, yeah, you have some where they're fighting in some areas, but it seems like everywhere you turn, um, so far that the Taken are fighting enemies, or the Taken are fighting the Fallen or the Cabal or somebody, um, which can give you, kind of an area to, or excuse me, an opportunity to, cut and run if you really want to. I'm gonna go ahead and push forward. A couple enemies up here. It's taking Scion, Vandal, and the Vandals have like the Ward of Dawn shields. I don't know if it has like any blinding effect like the Ward of Dawn does. If you had like the Helm of Saint 14, I believe it was. Um, but they do regenerate health inside that bubble. Obviously, they can't be hit by any of your bullet fire, any melees, grenades, that sort of thing, and they will regenerate health. So, um, you know, it's basically just a little bit of a breather for you to either reset or move, um, so you can get in position to, once that bubble goes down, light them up. We'll try out the thermite grenade, see if we like it. I'm pretty used to playing that fusion grenade. I have a Sunsinger Warlock, so with the fusion grenade, you gotta be pretty accurate and precise about throwing. Give you a little disco show there. Um, and you don't actually, obviously, you don't take damage from standing in those puddles or interdimensional tears, whatever they are. So, yeah, might as well get the free light show out of the gig. Moving in, this is more, looks a lot more like, yes, the room where Sepix Prime is. Oh, the thermite grenade. Yeah, it's an area of effect grenade. Would probably be pretty useful. Especially if some of these taken don't really move all that fast. I haven't really seen any of them. I mean, they do kind of like to split and, they dodge rockets and, teleport, but I think this thermite grenade might be just fine. Um, as you can see, I'm still kind of getting used to the hammer of soul there. Need to get a little bit sharper on the aim. Pick up our engrams here, and then we'll head across the chasm. Oh, taking Vandal down there. Didn't even see him. Um, Now, before, I believe that this area wasn't there. It may have been there. I don't know. I've never really came across a little waterway there to find out if you could jump over this way. Move down the catwalk here, and we'll head over to the elevator down at the end of the hall here. I believe we'll have to fight some Taken before we can get over there. Um, these are Taken thralls, which these are actually seemingly a little bit easier to deal with. They tend to converge on you all at once, so it probably would be easier to get overwhelmed. Um, but at the same time, you don't have them sprinting at you, which makes them a bit easier to deal with. Uh, take the ride up, and we'll grab a seat. And that last little Cayde 6 is just a dialogue between him and Ghost, chit chatting about the elevator. Um, Nothing too important. When we get to the top here, we exit the elevator. Um, there's some comment, or excuse me, some dialogue between um, from Cayde 6 talking about a bridge. As the door opens here, we'll go out and we'll get a good look. That over there to the left, that is the bridge straight across. Where you're just looking at over here is actually where we want to end up. And we got to head up top to straighten this bridge out. I don't really know how it's suspended. I was wondering that as I was kind of, you see me looking around there. I was kind of looking at that while I was running through the mission here. Um, Anyways, we need to head up. Oh, yeah, stairs, perfect. So around the bend here. And we'll have to do a little bit of platforming to move up a little higher. Basically, what the ghosts had told us is there is a power box way up on top of this tower here that is still live, and he can use to activate the bridge. So we'll get him up there and let him do his thing. That is the colony ship at the top. That's where the stealth drive is located. And then there's the bridge moving into place. It lost a piece of itself. And the middle section falls out, which is always nice. I mean, it wouldn't be any fun if they just let you run right across it, would it? We drop down on the bridge here and see if we can't make the jump. And one thing I noticed, I didn't have to do this too much on my Titan, but when I played it originally with my Warlock, um, if you mistime that jump or you have the wrong jump equipped, that thing can give you some fits. So, be careful. Make sure you time it right on the upswing, and you should make it just fine. And as you can see, there's the health regen I was talking about um, inside that bubble. There's another example of it there. And right there, I kind of aimed down sights at the wrong time, and the bubble disappeared. I kind of got confused there for a second. Plus, he was just kind of standing there. Um, One thing to note, once you come up to this part, um, once I jump down here, there'll be a taking a ball right there doing the shield attack, and he will send you for a ride. Not a restricted zone, so it's not that big of a deal. But however, if you aren't prepared for it, like I wasn't there, um, you can get, what I mean, killed essentially. And pull my shotgun out. We'll get to work, and now that I know he's there, might be a little easier to deal with. Take out a few of these enemies behind cover, and we'll press forward. Now, as we fight our way up the colony ship here, um, we're going to start running into just regular fallen enemies. Almost they're up hiding, from the take, kind of retreating in a sense, trying to just find a way to kind of let the Taken do their thing and live to fight another day, which would kind of go with the scavenger mentality of the Fallen. And jump up here. Um, and I died a couple of times trying to do this. Originally, I cut it out just so, save time on, renders and uploads and stuff like that. But really shouldn't have been that difficult. But I was struggling with it. I think I may have died once, or not died, but fell down. So I cut a little bit of time out of there for you. Falling standing on the rail, I haven't seen that yet. Also, the one nice thing about two different sets of enemies fighting each other is you get the tactical advantage. You get to drop on both of them. They don't see you coming for the most part. You can kind of pick which enemies you want to, excuse me, take out first. Enemies with a little bit of buckshot, a little more than I anticipated. Moving forward. Nice precision shot with that shotgun. Looks like we forgot about one. Oh, hello. All right, and then we'll go head up the fallen lift here. Quite a few fallen enemies in there. Actually, I wasted my grenade there, so don't worry about that. And if I had another edit right here, I had to do this fight maybe about 3 times or so. And what I was doing was I kept jumping up. See where the Word of Oryx spawning right there, Echo of Oryx is spawning right there. I would jump up to that one on the left or the right side and kind of just try to sit there and camp behind cover. That didn't really work out so well for me this time. I did that with my Warlock and it was fine. Um, the Taken will actually spawn up there and kind of, give you hell and get the drop on you. Again, like I said, when I was level 35, 36, it really didn't make a difference. Um, but at level 28 or 29, or yeah, 29, excuse me, um, I was getting my lily ass kicked, really. So, um, and it depends. I didn't start the fight with a whole lot of heavy ammo. I somehow managed to pick up a couple of rockets, but yeah, there you can see that they're on up on them blocks. Also, on the Echo Works, we'll teleport over there to that right one. Never saw him go to the left side, but that doesn't mean that he won't. Quick rocket, and that is the end of that. They all kind of despawn once you kill him, and that seems how it works with most boss fights in Destiny. We jump down, K6 will tell us where the stealth drive is, and he will give us the code. And that's the end of the mission. And no rewards. That's not that cool, but you know what? We got quite a few engrams, so we did get some stuff. All right. A few blue engrams we can go cash in on. Hopefully they'll give us some new armor we can use. We need to be constantly upping that light score as we move forward here. Well, I don't know that we really have to, but it's definitely nice. And then here's a cutscene. Um, shows you dropping off these, or not, no, wait a minute, that's not you, excuse me. I'm sorry. That's that's the shipwright. She is actually modifying Eris Morn's old ship. And then here comes Cayde 6 to talk to her. She says something about um, asking some smart ass remark about Cayde and why she has having her do this to Eris Morn's ship. Um, Something about Zavala has to sign off on every launch. Cayde then tells her what it's actually for. She makes up some bullshit excuse and then signs off on it. Blah blah blah. Um, not an integral cutscene, but it's more than we're used to. It's nice to see this in Destiny. Um, Again, it rounds the story out. It makes it makes these characters come to life a little bit more, which is nice to see, as opposed to the go here, get this, then run here, shoot that. It's very vanilla in Year One Destiny, and hopefully we see more of this as Destiny continues, into Year Two and beyond. Um, there's always room for improvement. Bungie seems like the type of company who is always looking for ways to improve, their players and their fans, experience, which is, a great thing. We'll head to the tower. Um, and it appears that whatever is down there in the bottom right corner is now unlocked. We got a new upgrade for the jump. It's increased height. We'll have to play around with this quite a bit as we move forward to see what we like, what we don't like. We got a little bit of new everything. Some boots, some gauntlets, a couple of engrams, some blue ones anyway. Uh, Quite a few primaries. Nothing really all that well. I think what we're going to end up doing is getting rid of that pulse rifle. I didn't really care for it all that much. So I think we'll try out the hand cannon and we'll go from there. Alright, first things first. Once we hit the tower, we're going to head to the Cryptarch. Wow, actually, kind of surprised we got two blue pieces of armor. Um, I'm assuming though that's because the game kind of thinks that we need two pieces of armor. In one of the Game Informer articles, it did say that they had redesigned the whole loot system to make it look like, or excuse me, to better help get players what they need, and eliminate um, the same drops. Because I mean, I don't know how many people or how many times I've seen it, for that matter. You open up a bunch of engrams and of the same type, whether they be helmet engrams, and you end up with six of the same helmet if you're opening up seven engrams, which was just ridiculous. Let's see, quest complete. You get Mark of the Bulwarks. We got this for reaching level 30, um, just like we got all of our other stuff, for hitting levels, 5 through 25. hands on that is actually be pretty useful. So we'll end up equipping that. Typically, I try to stay away from upgrading armor and weapons at this point, unless it's something low cost, like a little bit more, um, just for the sheer fact that we're going to be turning around and throwing it away here shortly. And it looks like we will be heading to the Dreadnought in the next episode, um, which we haven't seen yet in this series. But we'll have to probably wait till the next episode. So we can end it here. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sorry about the audio, guys. We'll promise it'll get it fixed here in the next episode, and we'll see it.